بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So the next thing we'll try to see, we have something like a BGP path selection process. Now, if you remember, we discussed the plenty of options. We said that, okay, if you want to make any changes, you can use local preference. I said you can also use weight. You can also use AS path. You can also use any other attributes. But now the question is, when you try to configure all these attributes, let's say, or maybe there is a conflict of two or more attributes which are being configured. Now we need to know, now BGP automatically decide the best route, but we need to know exactly which attribute is more preferable over the other attribute. And again, BGP is not designed for the load balancing. It's going to choose any one path based on the attributes, and it is not going to consider any bandwidth for deciding the best route. So there's no bandwidth section here. So we don't have a bandwidth decided here because BGP is not designed like IGP. So the default path selection process, there is an order, and this order you can normally you have to know a little bit, at least 7 to 8 points. We can say, like, in order to memorize, you can say an N WLLA Omni. So this is something kind of order to remember. Now the first one, N stands for next hop. So considering that valid next hop, that's nothing but a valid next hop, which means if I go and say, let's say I have two routes, I got a router, and to go to the specific destination, let's say 20.network, there are two possible routes. Either I can go via 1.1.1.2 or 2.2.2.2, that is my neighbor. And maybe whatever the AS path, let's say here there is 300, 200I, and here this is 100, 300, 200I. So normally we say that which is the best route. The best route, we say that this is my best route. We simply say that because that is a default. But again, before it will check the AS path, there are a few conditions it will check. So the first condition is going to check whether the next hop is valid or not. So it's going to check something called valid next hop, which means whatever the next hop we are using here in this example, so the next hop should be valid, which means from my router, I should be able to reach this next hop. Next hop should be reachable. Remember, the next hop, the BGP is going to install this route in the BGP table, but this route will not come into the routing table if the next hop is not valid. Means if the next hop is not reachable, then probably that's not going to work. So the next hop should be reachable. So assuming both the routes having a next hop valid, so the first condition it is going to see is it's going to check whether the next hop is valid or not. So if any one route is not valid, then it will automatically install the second one. So let's assume both the routes are having the valid next hop. The next condition it is going to check, the first one, we can say it is going to check the weight. So weight is the most preferable attribute when you compare with any other. Any other means the second one comes local preference. And of course, there is an AS path in the fourth list here. And in terms of weight, the least is preferable, which is preferable, higher value is preferable here. The higher the number, the more preferable. The same thing with local preference also. So which means if you have two routes, let's say in my scenario, I got two possible routes here. One is 200, 300I. The other one is 100, 200, 300I. And if one of the route is having the weight of 1000 and the other route is having the weight of 0, so which route it is going to prefer? It will choose the weight, even though the AS path says this is the best route, but it will listen to the weight. So the weight is more preferable attribute. So higher weight is more desirable. And if the weight is configured on that router, let's say weight is also configured, then it will always listen to wait. Even though local preference is also configured, but it will not listen to local preference. So let's assume the wait is 0, which is default, which means if it is not configured, then the second preference will be given to the local preference. So which means, let's say if there's a local preference value of 250 here and the local preference value of 100 here, so it's going to use which one? So this is more preferable. But let's say if you have wait and local preference both, let's say the wait is 1000 here and the local preference is this one, so it will listen to which one? It will listen to wait, not local preference, in case if both are configured on the same router. So the preference always will be given to wait if the wait is same, which means if you don't configure, it will be same. Then the next preference will be given to the local preference. Now again, what if the local preference value is same or if you don't configure? So the default local preference will be 100 if you don't configure. Then the next, it is going to prefer the locally advertised routes, which has the next hop of 0000. Okay, so all your local routes means the locally advertised routes, which has a next hop of 000. It will prefer the local routes compared to the routes which are learned from the neighbor. Means your local advertised routes. And let's say the routes are not local, which means they are received from a neighbor advertised. Then it will prefer AS path. In AS path, least is the best. So it's going to use the AS path, which means in this case, assuming the wait is not configured and local preference is not there, and the routes are not local, they are learned through neighbor, then it's going to use this as a best route because of the least AS hops compared to this one. Okay, so this is the default order it is going to check up to AS path. Now, what if the AS path is also same? Because sometimes you receive the routes from multiple neighbors, and from both you have the same AS hops. Now, in that scenarios, it will not say that both are equal. It's going to decide based on the origin code. The next condition it is going to check the origin code. In this origin code, I is better than E is better than question mark. Which means if this route is learned through I means the routes advertised in BGP. And if this route is learned through question mark, that is redistributed. If you're receiving the routes one side through redistribution, other side through BGP advertisements, just like internal, external, it will prefer which one? I is preferable than question mark. So it's going to see the origin code, assuming the origin code is different, in case if it is different. So if the origin code is same, then again there is a tie, which means if both are I or if both are question marks, both are redistributed routes from both the sides I'm receiving, then there is also tie in the origin code. The next, it's going to see something called metric. Default metric is 0. In Cisco terminology, we call it as a metric. In general terminology, we call as multi-exit discriminator. The metric values, which is least is the best. We can also change the metric values for selected routes. In our case, initially here, we are not going to use that metric. Till now, we did not use that. So we're going to leave this metric. But again, this metric value is used in some advanced path manipulations where you may want to influence how the inbound traffic should come. And here I'm going to use this as a 0, which means the metric value is 0. Again, there is a tie, or if it is same. The next thing, it is going to see the neighbor type. The N stands for the neighbor type, which means what type of neighbor I'm receiving the route. So eBGP is preferable over iBGP. Again, the AD value is 20 and the AD value here is 200. Which means, let's say I'm receiving the route from this neighbor, and this neighbor is my eBGP neighbor, and this neighbor is my iBGP neighbor from my same AS. Now, assuming the previous values are same, assuming the weight is same, local preference is same, local route, not a local route, AS path is same, origin code is same, and then metric value is same, then it's going to see the neighbor type. Now, in the neighbor type, it's going to prefer always via eBGP. Let's say if this is my eBGP neighbor and this is my iBGP neighbor, then which one it is going to prefer? eBGP is more preferable than iBGP. So it's going to check the neighbor type, and in the neighbor type, eBGP routes, it always prefer to go with via eBGP routes compared to the iBGP routes. And what if there is a tie? Let's say if both the routes are eBGP, if both are coming from a different AS, or if both the routes are coming from the same AS or iBGP, if the neighbor type is also same, then it will prefer the IGP cost. Next, IGP cost to the next hop. Which means, let's say if the next hop is, if I'm receiving the route from this neighbor, it's going to see what is the shortest path in terms of IGP cost. Which means, let's say if I'm running OSPF, the cost is 10 here. Let's say the cost to reach this neighbor is 20. So it's going to prefer this as a best route because of the nearest cost to the neighbor. So it's going to see the IGP cost. And again, this condition, I think this condition is only applicable for, again, the IGP nearest cost. Again, this one, it's going to use that. Okay, so again, most of the conditions will break in the fourth or the fifth step. But again, in terms of understanding the BGP path selection process, we need to know this. And in case if the cost is also same, let's say for both the next hops, let's say the cost is 10 here and the cost is 10 here. In that case, again, it has multiple conditions, like it prefers the oldest route in the case of eBGP. If it is eBGP neighbor, then it will prefer the oldest route. And if they are equally old, or if the routes are iBGP, then it will prefer the lowest route ID. If both are coming from the same router, then route ID will be same, then it will prefer the lowest IP address. So most of the time, you don't need to really remember all the 11 conditions, but at least the first 5 to 7 conditions you need to know. You need to remember, you need to memorize in order to ensure that whenever you are seeing the BGP implementation, and whenever you see that for particular destination, it is using this route, now based on which attribute it has decided that, whether it is using local preference or whether it is using weight, whether it is using the AS path, what attribute is deciding that particular route, that should be decided, because you might implement multiple attributes in some scenarios, but at the end you have to know that particular router, which one is more preferable over the other attribute. So the same thing here, if you just wanted to memorize the same shortcut here, you can use this to remember the order for the BGP path selection process.